Vamos para adentro. Lo último que hicimos ayer fue recaditos en la nave este de la pionera. Luego fuimos a un planeta que se llama Terra 2 a hacer misioncitas con los lagartoides y pollardas así. Y ahora nos hemos venido aquí a... ¿cómo se llama el mapa? O vaya a estar es la ciudad, pero Monarca creo que se llama el... el planeta. Y nada, pues... vamos a ver qué hay para hacer aquí. Estuve nada, llegué y hice poquita cosa, ¿eh? Esto creo que es DLC igual. Vamos a ver qué nos dicen. ¿Tú qué miras?
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a stove?
Dices como si estuvieras orgulloso de no estar haciendo nada.
What I am doing, ma'am, is enjoying the moment. It's so... And how should they know what they're missing? I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals.
¿Qué me está llorando?
Days of consumption and culture. When we weren't squabbling with the iconoclast. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you...
Estás empezando a deprimirme, que te por culo, hombre. Uy, hola.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Estoy hablando con el barman.
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there.
Suena interesante.
What are you staring? Wait, you ain't from around here. Who are you?
¿Siempre estás así de borracha?
If you think this is drunk, I gotta... you need to get out more. Sit, partake, buy me a drink and let's chat.
Venga, va.
Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well.
Vamos al grano,
Let's
dictante.
get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats?
Está pedo, está muy pedo.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
Claro, ¿qué necesitas?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be...
Ah.
I know they make me see straight for a little while. You gonna get me a dose or what?
Vale. Vamos a hacer eso ya entonces. ¿Habrá que ir fuera o aquí?
Could I
Hola.
get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Well, new business. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics?
¿Qué le
That
pasa?
you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has
¿Por
a
qué?
meeting with me. Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here? Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me.
Entonces lo conoce.
But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here. Yes, that's it. Channel your anger. I really wish I could do the same.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back.
Eso, porque no entiendo.
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection.
Sí, eso
We
ya me lo han
kept
dicho.
ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Vamos, que ya estás cansada de gorronear y conformarte en migajas.
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged
Este es mi cura
from
hablando.
reality.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed?
No, se va a salvar él y ya está.
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Eso, por favor.
It's a two-pronged approach. The first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
A ver, ¿qué piensas hacer? ¿Cómo piensas hacer eso?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
¿Qué es exactamente?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Es cuando tenga eso, ¿cuál es el segundo plan?
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
O sea que no,
The
no
Bolt
tiene
52
mucho.
will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptors.
Nah, buen sitio para cazar.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Vale.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch. What can I do? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago.
¿Por?
I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spend most
Nacido de
of my
Raptidon.
paycheck on
¿Y para qué
eruption
quieres
on
ácido?
acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or a mantis worm
¿Pa qué?
wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
¿Por qué no compras tantas cosas?
Oh, I don't need any of it. It's also I can talk to Sebastian. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of on this fella.
Por amor.
Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that
Sí, ¿no?
you met this really nice lady.
Otra vez de Celestino.
Yeah, and she seemed...
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
¿Crees a Sebastián?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man.
Eso.
You think that's what I'm looking for?
¿Qué busca entonces? Pene.
Sorry.
Bueno, vamos a ver qué más hay por aquí.
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some.
Buah, una chapa. ¿Alguien más a quien poder ayudar?
Wouldn't mind smelling like salt tuna if we could sell more of it.
Está todo muerto. Joder, es enorme el sitio, ¿eh? Nada útil. Hola. Ah, joder, solo mis. No me acostumbro a ir con dos. ¿Tú quién eres?
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack.
Te voy a meter en una caja si te vuelves a poner borde.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
¿Qué desapareció el qué?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get... He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours.
Claro, no se puede limitar la libertad de la gente.
I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He looks
Aquí el
pretty
recadero de
hard.
la gente, pues sí, venga, va.
Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking. Something else? This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Ya está. ¿Quién es Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. Damn right it is. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
¿Vas a depositar aquí a otra persona?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grim may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take
Qué
his money.
guarra eres.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a pig. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon.
Vale, ya está.
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six. I'd give you...
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess and Edge.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my...
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus.
Pero que no te disculpes.
I see what you're saying. Anyway. Stealing's such a nasty word. And yeah,
Hurtando es lo
let's
mismo.
just say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton.
Y tú no te chivaste, qué detallazo.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the salt tuna, fat and mostly tumor-free. Something else?
Adiós. Qué bonito, oye. Pues nada, voy a ver qué más puedo hacer. A ver, un segundo. No, esto no lo quiero hacer ahora. Pues vamos a hacer esto. Así avanzamos en la historia. ¡Ah! ¿Aquí no estaba antes? No.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
¿Puedo levelar? No puedo levelar. Es que qué pena, macho.
Hello again, bless your little heart. You must mean caffeinoid. If it's pep you need. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
En realidad son para mí.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents.
¿En serio?
Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
No te puedes fiar de nadie.
Aren't you a naughty girl? There are no discounts here, but Auntie knows what to do with...
¿Qué? ¿Qué?
Oh, I'd have to talk to Mr. Nandi about you. Anyway, is there anyone else needing? Oh. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
Tiene que haber alguna forma de aumentar la asignación de ñoca. De ñoca.
I'm afraid not.
Nokia, vamos.
Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
¿Tengo que ponerme aquí a balazos?
Well, this certainly isn't worth my good health. I'll get you a dose, but I'll have you know, I'm very disappointed in you.
¿Qué importa?
There, and good riddance. That's the last help you're getting from Abigail Edwards.
Hola, Kenai. Te estás peleando. Tampoco... solo tienes que cargar el archivo que puso Neon, Y ya está, no tienes que hacer nada más. De todas formas, si tienes dudas, pregúntale a Neon o a Sirius. Los dos tienen también los mods. ¿Qué tal, caballero? ¿Todo bien? Pues saludos también a Bushido. Tenemos aquí una borracha.
You're back. Good news? Bad news? All of the above?
Tengo tus pastillas mágicas. No sé si es consciente de las peligrosas que son.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is.
Ya está, ¿y la has spamilado?
We're in business. Let's go.
Joder.
Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower.
Cansada como una mula, me toco. Ajustes y tengo agujetas hasta la carne de caída. Pobre.
Out there, there's a western slope that'll
Nah, yo eso, de chill hoy.
Some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind.
Parvati, espera la nave.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
Es que también necesito al cura. De repente, levelada.
Stellar Bay had a vicar once. He took it upon himself to convince Graham's folk to come back to the corporate fold. Kept making the trip between the city and Amber Heights.
Espero que os hagáis amigos, si no da igual. Es el primero que se va a ir a la calle.
Day came when I found a book of his in the middle of a raft encampment. And still gripping it, too.
The plan unfolds as the plan unfolds. To vicar and layman alike.
¿Qué dices? Venga, vámonos. Hay que salir al desierto ya de una vez. Hostia, espérate, primero. Joder, pero si antes tenía 27 y ahora porque tengo 34. Bueno, es igual. Voy a subirle esto. Vale. Que todavía tengo un punto disponible, espérate. Sin tecnología. Y ventajas. Sí, sí. Ah, vale, esto sí. Ya sé lo que es. Todos han levelado muy bien. O este no le había dado ni un level todavía. Y esto... No quiero que el tiempo... Hola, ¿qué es esto? Hostia. ¿Ya puede ser letales, señorita? Nah, esto. Y esto también. Esto me parece útil. Pues a ver si tienes suerte y consigues tenerlo para la noche, que no hay. Porque muy risas, con los mods. Muy, muy risas. Tengo que ir al apartamento primero. ¿Pero qué pasa? ¿Te encuentras bien? Se me ha metido una mosca en la boca. Ya has encontrado, guay. A ver qué tal. O sea, cuando lo veas en castellano y así. Y en la esquina inferior derecha un símbolo verde, es que lo tienes ya ready. O sea, Sirius al final creo que no tuvo problemas para instalárselo. O sea, por eso digo, no creo que sea muy difícil. Yo le tuve que preguntar a Neon, y luego con Neon vi que era una chorrada. Laura. Amo a Laura. Andabas a la con...
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh? Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
¿Perdona? Has consumido drogas.
No! Okay, maybe just a little. Braxton always has a good stash, and I just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the marauders and the raptidons outside, you know? Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick, and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
Pues nada, ahora aquí va ahí.
Folk who disappear in the wilderness generally aren't able to come back. Don't get your hopes up.
No puedo robar nada, Joder, macho. Esta es la casa. Habían dicho abajo a la derecha, ¿no? Será esta.
What a gruesome way to die. Even Stellar Bay ain't safe these days. What's the world coming to?
¡Chananana! Buscar pistas. Este boleto muestra apuestas que han Myers por un equipo llamado los Cuasicolonos. Pertenece a la casa de las apuestas Tosbolmanía. O sea, esto ha sido un ajuste de cuentas. Con todo arreglo, vamos. Tengo que hacer esto también. Quiere salir. Vale. Este es Sebastián.
Huh. You a true believer, or do you just like the tithes?
Why, that's borderline offensive, Ms. Ramnarine Wentworth. Of course I believe.
Un bien merecido incentivo, venga, hombre.
Well earned.
Que.
I met another believer once. Pushy type. He thought he'd been left behind for a reason. Thought he'd find some kind of cosmic
¿Cómo era pegar?
in the wilderness. Got himself infected by a mantis and drowned in a sulfur pool. Some truth.
Can't get more brutally true than
Ay, hombre.
survival.
Calla.
Don't mistake us all for blind fools. Intellect plays a large part in who stays among the living.
Glad to hear it.
Te llevo porque hay que hacer una misión, que si no.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in a raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. Must be looking in the wrong place.
Entonces.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for advice.
At least I'm getting a good haul of claws in the process. You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any
Ya lo
magic
tienes,
lands or magic
Guachi.
claws, I've got you covered.
Hablemos de Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
¿Te interesaría salir un día con ella?
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always
No,
talks
hombre,
nice
no,
and
estoy haciendo de
blunt.
Celestino.
But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for raptidon tongues. You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Entonces, ¿qué?
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
¿Y está? ¡Que ha dicho que sí! ¡Ha dicho que sí!
Have you talked to Sebastian? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
A mi hermana ha subido la reputación.
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Hombre, yo me ha dado pasta, gracias. ¿Pero qué traje es este? Sí, parece un pájaro loco. No sé. Vámonos.
Hey,
¿Qué pasa?
what does your religion say happens to us after we die?
The body returns to the universe from whence it came. I'm sure you've seen a corpse in the various stages of decay.
Why do we exist in the first place then? What the hell's the point?
Eso.
Our lives contribute to the betterment of the human race. Everyone has a part to play for the greater advancement.
I ain't got a part. Life ain't a damn cereal.
You helped people survive the Monarch evacuation, did you not? Perhaps one of them will go on to unlock godhood for the human race.
Sí, ¿no?
Well, if they do, I hope they remember who pulled them from the jaws of raptidons.
Nada, vámonos de viaje. Vale, es que sean así marcadas. Ahora estoy viendo cómo se diferencian. Esto que es en rojo supongo que sea DLC. Ya tengo tu póster.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in. It's signed by Bertie Black Hole Holcomb, one of the great... Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You've been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Oye, oye, oye.
You're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on and... Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on...
¿Cómo se puede oler la tinta?
Can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was gonna spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Huele como azul, ¿no? Sí, sí. Vale, pues una misión menos. A ver, ¿qué más? Tengo que volver al apartamento. Si quiero mirarme todo antes de irme de aquí. Oh, mira, me han subido la reputación. Hay que buscar pistas. Bueno, entrad, entrad. Oh.
I find myself marveling at the something.
Que no quiero que nos vean. Ni no ni. Por si acaso voy a guardar. Porque a ver si al robar. ¡Cierra la puta puerta! A nadie le importa, ¿verdad? En esta planeta había varios atuendos andrajosos. Todo de la misma talla y el mismo color. Pero ahora visto que no me dicen nada estos al robar. ¡Saquemos! Carga más. Ahora mola más. Entrad, entrad. Mierda. Vale, vale, vale. Pues ahora la cosa va a cambiar mucho, lo de las ciudades. Buah, chaval. Vamos a saquearlo. Vamos a dejarlo finito todo.
So, guess who Celia brought home the other night?
Finally. Now she can stop buying that junk from him.
Yes, you... What's up? Will do.
What's up? Oh.
Quiero estar solo ahora mismo. No, no. No, no. No, no. Tirorín. Tirorín. No voy a dejar nada. Porque a la gente no la puedo robar, ¿verdad? Sí. Hasta luego. Pues me voy a poner las botas. Sí, señor. Esto está mirado. Vale, vámonos. Residente, residente, residente. Vale, este parece especial. Este también. ¿Qué os pasa? A ver.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart.
Perdón, no pretendía asustarte.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
¿Por qué? ¿Y eso?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rat?
Bueno, pues me hace falta un chef en la nave, ¿eh?
The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. I was a fool for staying.
Tengo sitio.
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then?
Se te olvida apuñalado.
Well, thank you for reminding me. As if I weren't already destined for an early grave. Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch.
10 horas por turno.
In every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful. Until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the...
Creo que eres demasiado negativo.
I'm not even finished. Add that to the supply shortages, thanks to being cut off by the board, and I dare say we're no better off than the lowliest space...
Pues nada, yo que te quería invitar. Te vas a quedar aquí.
What do you think you're doing?
¡Eh!
Made your point. Carry on then.
¡Ay! ¡Qué inútil!
Good day to you.
Por si acaso voy a guardar. O sea, voy a cargar. A ver si tenía alguna conversación o algo.
Good day to you.
No, no tenía nada.
Good day to you.
What do you think you're doing?
Do what you want, I guess.
Pensaba yo, ¿eh? Oh, qué Qué maravilla es esto. Ahora puedo robar lo que me dé la gana. ¿Y más? Sí, ya estoy viendo que no hay consecuencias. La puerta ya está abierta. Lo llevo todo. Y lo bueno es eso, que luego estoy sobrecargado. Estabas en una ciudad, me pongo a vender cosas. Ha sonado roto, sí.
You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
Bueno, esto está saqueado entonces, ¿no? Buenos días. ¿Qué haces aquí escondido?
You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
Tinoni, ninoni. ¿Qué sitio es este? A ver, por aquí arriba. Esto es mío. Esto es para mí. O sea que es una borracha. Pero bueno, no me importa. Llave del almacén. Creo que te voy a robar. Seguro que la tienes tú. Si no... que teníais pocos suministros, me habéis dicho. ¿Algo más? El cafenoide. Encima me lo llevo. Y aquí no ha pasado nada. Como esta no me iba a ayudar más además. Porque le había hablado bordemente. No hubiera visto, ¿no? Es que lo que está en el suelo es mío, ya está. Como eso. ¿Eso qué hace ahí? Sin vigilancia. Y ya está. Wow, es que... tengo que volver a las otras ciudades y robar de todo. Bueno, que vamos a lo que íbamos. Bonito bar. ¿Qué cojones es esto? Hola.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You
Los
must
tronos
be
de
a
Hammersmith.
fan. No, Glacial Age.
Juego en cuchicuchis de titacleo.
I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch?
Estamos de gira benéfica por Arción para conocer a los hinchas de toda la colonia.
Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought. So, what can I do for you? Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't
Ay,
seen him
pobre.
in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did.
Sus dientes me daban un poco de grima. ¿Qué tiene que ver sus dientes con todo esto?
They were pretty distinct. Monarch doesn't exactly have a thriving dental industry, and Isaac seemed to get stuck in all sorts of bad habits, dietary and otherwise. Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter, other times he'd keep betting on a losing team, started owing the wrong people money.
¿A quién le debía pasta?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything, Isaac.
Gracias por la información.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
¿Qué? Hombre, yo creo que esto va a ser un poco descarado. Hombre, pero si la gente se va... Ah, está atenta ya a la tele.
What do you think you're doing?
Pero...
Here to catch a game? I'm afraid that... What can I do? Graham's always filling the airwaves with his propaganda. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments.
Pues nada, te jodes. Un placer, ¿eh?
Smells like rat in here. Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the salt cheese.
Monarca.
Well, well. Isn't off.
Gracias.
Enjoy. Now what can I do for you?
Mira, un 14% de descuento. ¿No tengo basura? Pues parece ser que no tengo basura. Mira que bien, puedo robar las cosas robadas. O sea, puedo o vende las cosas robadas. Oye, esto que envenena. Ya sí, de momento va que chuta. Vamos a ver qué tenéis para robar. Hola. Hola. Nada. Espérate, que aquí hay munición.
What do you think you're doing?
Carry on.
Porque estéis en medio todos, que si no. Hola. Hola. Acaba de mejorar la experiencia de ir visitando ciudades. Hasta luego, ¿eh? Hola.
New face, huh? You from off-world?
Sí, soy Triny.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell and revel with us?
¿Qué estáis celebrando?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
Ah, pues vaya. ¿Ya está horrible como para dejarlo?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
Mira tú por dónde a mí se me da bien negociar.
I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands. You would do that? We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be good for more than the view.
Tenemos que hablar de Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's job. We'll find a better time to negotiate our wages.
Eso.
Tell
Entonces
Velma
no.
not to worry. We'll look out for her.
¿A trabajar?
Why don't you grab a chair? Me and the others.
¡A trabajar! Aquí puede haber hostias, así que... Para empezar, vámonos de aquí. ¿Dónde está la nave? Aquí. ¿Dónde está aquí la gente?
Hey, should've get off the pot, damn it. Are you listening in there? You can't be hogging the facilities for 40 damn minutes.
¿Qué hacéis?
You ought to see a doctor. You got a condition or something.
I could spend hours reflecting on... So,
Que nos vamos de misión. Ya termina de saquear el pueblo. ¿Qué lleva de arma? Un pescado. De cómo se va. Ah, aquí. Pero, ¿cómo se va? Ah, joder. Pues este ascensor funciona muy bien, ¿eh? Aprobado por un ingeniero de ascensores. ¡Adiós, Nokia!
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Sí que tenía pinta que podía haber pelea ahí, así que...
We are all molecular machines. The body is a
Pues que
collection of
demasiada
atoms.
gente.
The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market. Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
¿Que no? Lo es porque lo digo yo.
Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly? Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them funny. Fine, we're going. This ain't worth it.
Es que te pegaba 4 tiros en la cabeza. Os habéis ido, ¿no?
They'll never see us.
Mira, qué bonito. Un lanzallamas. ¿Qué más tenían aquí escondido? Muy bien, muy bien. Ah, y este es el que manda. Pues... Entrar, coño. Esto sí que no lo tengo saqueo. Es que se va a ver. Y aquí con ese a lo mejor voy a tener problemas.
We're not the best equipped, but scouting for rats keeps us on our toes.
Well, I see you've had a sobering effect on our friend Nyoka.
Sir,
Forgive me, Celia. Anyway,
Encontró a sus asesinos.
that's terrible. What happened? I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually. Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services. I see. And was his... Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do? Then it's good that I keep... What can I...
Ah, no me interesa, vámonos. Level 15. Medio momento. Es que hacer las misiones dan muy buena experiencia, por lo que veo. Me sobra uno. Esto habrá que liberarlo también. Sí, a mí me pasó lo mismo, ¿eh? Este lo he empezado yo un par de veces, pero... Luego nunca sé... O sea, pero solo eso, empezar... O sea, ni siquiera empezar, o sea, probarlo un poco a ver si funciona y tal. Pero luego jugarlo en serio no lo había jugado nunca. Y esta vez me he propuesto ya a jugarlo de verdad, macho. Está curioso, la verdad. Es eso, un Fallout, pero del espacio. Sin ser un Starfield. Está bien.
I need to talk to you, Captain.
¿Qué pasa, Nokia? Collecting people.
Hey, got a favor to ask you.
¿Qué?
Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help. Well, we'll see about that. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal.
Vaya por Dios.
But this, what I'm thinking, it's dangerous.
Siendo una borracha, me espero cualquier cosa.
Nothing we can't handle. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, with the family we once were. I saw it happen. Hell, one of them was in my arms at the time. His name was Hayes, and he's our first stop. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to Barry.
¿Y después?
Then we find my 2 lost trackers and bring them home. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mantiqueen showed up and kicked us all out. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then, we kill the bitch and bury everyone's medallions together.
Vale. ¿Desde luego no nos vamos a aburrir?
Thanks, Cap.
Venga, va. ¿Y cómo es esa misión? A ver, ¿a dónde hay que ir? Está a 1 kilómetro, estamos locos.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly.
You'll get used to it. Right. Here's the road. Follow it south.
This'll be fun! Nice one! Nice shot, Captain!
Our skills are unrivaled.
Me gusta el revólver, y las mejoras. Pues nada, vamos yendo poco a poco. ¿Eso es una pezuña? ¿Qué coño era eso? Trae. Ahora vacío. ¿Esto qué es? Uy, entra veneno o ácido, en este caso es ácido. Esto es una iglesia, o parece, vamos. Quiero llevar el sombrero. Gracias. Vamos a ver qué más hay por ahí. Ajá. Vale, la ligera es para la ametralladora. Habíamos dicho que al sur, ¿no? Pues por ahí.
I wonder what secrets these ruins contain.
Don't bother knocking on any doors. If anyone's inside, they're liable to respond with gunfire.
Here we go!
¡Maldito veneno! Ahora que ponerse tontos. ¿Qué pensabas? ¿Que yo iba a caer? Allí hay una ciudad y allí hay un caminito. Voy a tomar el camino. Hola. Como funde esto, Pasa que gasta muchas balas. Sí, sí, es un muy buen pepino. Pues nada, campo otra vez. Pues que hay mucho bicho. Si voy por ahí directamente, sí que me vean. Mierda. He llamado la atención de otros que no quería. Tu veneno. No. Vámonos por aquí. No quiero llamar la atención de los otros. Tomás, que creo que es por ahí. Ahí, gracias. Aquí no ha pasado nada. Hubiese sido genial, por ahí. ¿No lo he matado en serio? Así, vamos limpiando poco a poco. Sigue buscando. Me estaba viendo, ¿eh?
Who would like to die first?
Si tuviera un francotirador. Porque no lo tengo, ¿verdad? Lanzallamas. Vámonos. Vámonos. Hay otro. Más peña. El planeta está tan cerca que da mogollón de luz. No me marca como enemigos. Sí, ahora sí.
Well done. We're still alive.
Sí, pero me han hecho pupa, ¿eh? Además, la zona está súper grande, ¿eh? Mega cánido. ¿Qué suena?
Got a fight on our hands.
Solid kill.
My legs!
Pues bueno, no ha sido tampoco tanto. Pues chaval, tenía muchas cosas, ¿eh? ¿Ya está? Bueno, no era poco, pero... Uy. Creo que por ahí no, porque... algo me da que no sabe nadar. Iba en carga pesada. La costa llegar, sí. Igual por aquí. ¿Cómo que sellada? A ver. Tengo que volver a la carretera. Pero... me había quedado pillado. Joder, pero... me he vuelto a romper la pierna.
Triny?
¿Que hay viento o alguna cosa rara? ¿Qué está pasando? Sí, es como viento, una cosa rara. Un clima extraño. Hay que volver a la carretera, así que... a la carretera. Está, ¿no? Monarca. A ver si tenemos aquí... que me va diciendo por dónde hay que ir. Ah, pues seguimos el camino. ¿No? Por aquí. Ya te vale. Dame cosas. No tiene nada. Nice. Es que este planeta es súper grande, ¿eh? Hasta ahora eran planetitas pequeñitos y así, pero este... Ay, mira el checkpoint. Perfecto. O sea, checkpoint teleport puedo hacerlo aquí.
South here. Off the road and down this slope. We've got a decent trek ahead of us.
Hacia el sur. ¿Hacia dónde estamos yendo?
Watch it. These pools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off.
O sea, son pozos de ácido.
You'll pull me out, right? Watch out, Captain.
¿Ya? Cascadia, Falbrook, Aberhage y Satelite. Vaya árboles más raros también. Hay gente.
Here we go.
Mess with us.
I smell blood.
Va a venir. No, Rafera no vino.
Here we go. They were destined to die. I smell blood.
Es que no veo. Es que de noche no se ve una mierda y no sé si hay algún botón para luz o algo. Creo que no. Supongo yo que sea por aquí. Aquí era ser mejor, pero ahí no se veía una mierda. Otro teleport.
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
Está bien lejos, Nadie se da cuenta. Se está echando la siesta, hombre. Déjele. Cocolín, ¿quién habrá sido? Yo creo que ahora sí nos ha visto. Estaba claro. Así va quedando menos. Hay otro bicharraco, pero bien grande, ¿eh?
Look northwest. That ain't it, but marauders sometimes camp inside the buildings there. Steer clear unless you fancy getting shot. Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending.
¿Y esto es? Mantiavispa, mantioruga. Mantirreina. Vamos a pasar de ese bicho de momento. Estoy. Ah, estoy justo aquí. Vale. Joder, esto está lleno de bichos, ¿eh?
We are victorious.
Lo he destrozado. Pues nada. Vamos a ver qué hay para saquear aquí. Nada. Pues sí, poca hostia. Pues nada, vamos para allí.
I call this rotting river.
Este es el río pútrido.
It'll take you into the Devil's Peak caverns if you follow it under the bridge. That's one option. Others the slope up. If you're up for some fun, let's chat.
Eso tiene una pinta de cueva chunga. O igual no. Igual no es ni cueva. Así sí es, sí es. Cadena del pico del diablo.
The caves back east are safest. We can head up this path if you want to shoot your way through a few nightmares on your way up. Here we go.
Don't mess with us.
Unas avispas letales, ¿eh?
Here we go. Good hit.
Oh, voy aguantado a meter el martillo también, ¿eh? Vale, por aquí. hay bichos.
Let's clear this sulfur-sodden fucks out so Hayes can rest in peace.
Tú, hay un bicho un poco bastante grande. Bueno. Pues ni tan mal. Enterrada cerca de la superficie de la tumba de Hayes hay una pequeña caja fuerte. Sus bisagras están oxidadas y la madera está prácticamente podrida. Casi se te deshace entre las manos, pero lograste encontrar un deslustrado medallón de plata con la inscripción Charon. Vale, ¿y ahora qué?
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I ever met. Halcyon is worse off without him. Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Becca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. We never heard from them again. Think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. If anyone can track them down, it's him.
¿Sabes sobre ese contrato con la UDL?
I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks and that maybe we could all use the money to get off Monarch. That was a long time ago.
¿No intentaste encontrarlos?
I should have. I really should have.
Pero era mejor beber.
But soon after they left, Hayes and the others died. And to be honest, after him, I stopped trying. Because it hurt like hell to do so. Thanks. I'm still not convinced I won't come to regret it, but we've started down this path. Might as well see it through. Maybe it'll stop me screaming at night. Now come on, let's make tracks before Hiram dies of old age.
Hiram, ¿y dónde está Hiram? Vamos para allá. Ahí. Ahí. Se me ha quedado ahí pillado. Supongo yo que sea...
Did not look this steep from a distance.
It is a trek, isn't it? Almost like we don't have working lifts or roads.
Venga, otro level. Así mejor. ¿Qué hacía este bicho con un mechero? ¡Ajá! Huele ya, hambre. Será duro, ¿eh? Porra eléctrica ultra. Espérate. Joder. Y quienes le roban. Y hay que seguir subiendo. Que esta la podía cargar, se me olvidaba. ¡Me muero! No, ya no.
And here we are. Told you we'd make it in one piece.
De una pieza.
Too far now.
Hey, you! Get over here! There are marauders up ahead!
Oh no. How the hell did marauders navigate the caverns?
This station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew. You a marauder? 'Cause me and my sunshine, that's my gun if you were wondering. We don't
Oye, te me calmas, ¿eh? Hola, Cartrek. Buenas noches.
A coherent enough response, I reckon. Must be true. You're clear, but I would caution you against pressing on ahead. This station's plumb crawling with marauders.
Si quieres ya limpio yo la zona.
I take it you ain't met the other C3s. Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked with. You want more details? You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks to the southeast, by the edge of the mountain.
¿A qué esperas? Ayúdame a matar a los merodeadores.
There is nothing I'd enjoy more, but the C3s play it by the book. Usually. Go petition the boss man. Maybe you can convince him to alter my duties. See that path that runs underneath that giant archway? Follow it on down. There's a little station near the cliff. You'll find the rest of my crew there.
Vale. Pues adiós. Hay mucha gente ahí, ¿eh? Pues esto no lo he hecho. ¿Y esto no lo tengo descubierto? Sí. Vale, ya vendrá aquí. Titus Androidicus. Androidicus.
I don't mean to judge, but are you ever sober, Miss Remner Wentworth?
Buena pareja, el borracho y el cura.
And even that ain't a guarantee.
A ver, talentos. Vamos a subir esto de tecnología. Toda tecnología. Esto sin duda. Y a ver las misiones. Por lo menos tenía ahí unas cuantas empezadas, vamos a terminarlas ya. Hola.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna gut.
Who spat in your spirits, Velma?
You noticed my mood? I'm surprised you can see straight today.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind. I just might find it funnier.
Will you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old equipment and see what it does for your disposition? Anyway.
Hablemos de Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell
Está haciendo un speedrun de no sé qué.
I've got nothing to say. Well, that's awful nice of him. Sure wouldn't have expected that. Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Take this for your efforts.
Gracias.
Something else?
Mientras no mezcle con un nano hit. Ya, eso ya es chungo, Speedrun no hit. Que se podría hacer, pero... Uf. Duro de narices. Esta. Ay, joder, es que estoy todo el rato viendo las mismas. ¡Ey! Ay. Tengo misión para cobrar. No, me manda fuera. Será fuera. Ah, mira aquí. Por eso quería encontrar los teleport, así por lo menos luego ya puedo llevar directamente. La verdad es que la pistola quita mucho más que la escopeta, Pero bastante, bastante más. Hola, Rose.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way.
El filosofismo.
He wrote it himself, you know.
Qué mal rollo. Sin panfletos. ¿Me estás ofreciendo un panfleto que no existe?
I'm so sorry. It's a habit, I suppose. We used to have plenty, but we ran out of paper and ink. Ever since the corporations left, it's been hard to come by the basics. But you know what we do have? Freedom! This is the only place in Halcyon you'll find it. No corporations, no shackles, no...
¿Y qué me dices de los raptidones o de los merodeadores? Es que es eso,
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
Una gran familia feliz.
That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them. Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door.
Pues vale.
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly.
¿Le han secuestrado al
Last I
chaval?
saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Vale, estos son los que le han comido la cabeza.
Philosophists. The folks in Amber Heights always manage to find a bottle or two of the good stuff. Keen scavengers, I tell you.
O sea, pero este pueblo grande también, ¿eh? Parece grande.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like soap for all
¿Qué tal lava el cerebro?
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger?
Capitana Triny.
Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain. Call me Tucker. You here to join the iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
Un pequeño dragón de valla estelar. Ya, yo pensaba que eras un chaval.
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades. No matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision.
Me hizo pensar que estás en peligro y me pidió que te rescatara.
According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long. Ruled by her
42.
I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
Pienso hacerme con esas recompensas. Si no vienes conmigo, se las sacaré a palos.
What in the nebula is wrong with you? She's an old woman. You'd threaten my flesh and blood just to get me to do what you want?
En este juego sí.
You're real sick. Sure, she drives me crazy, but she doesn't deserve anyone getting violent with her. Look, I'll go back, all right? Just don't hurt her.
Y ya está. A tu casa. No apoyáis mi reacción. Y ya está. Es verdad que había que saquear los pueblos. Saqueemos. Vaya por Dios. No sé, he toqueteado mucho, no sé qué ha abierto, pero me parece correcto. pasa, Ash?
Never seen you before.
Dices como si fuese un problema.
Not for me. Maybe for you. Come out here looking for some better life, kid? Good on you. Make a little money, move on. Don't get killed out there, kid. Nothing on this moon for nobody. There's a lot of heartbreak.
Entonces, ¿para qué os quedáis aquí?
A great many things. I'll tell you what. You want to listen to an old man ramble? There might be a job in it for you. I used to run with a squad of mercenaries here. Good folk. A fella named Lamont introduced me. Stands to reason they got themselves ate. Mostly we protect the folk from the beasts here. If it spat, scratched, or stung, we'd kill it for you, so long as you had the bits. We split ways around the time this twice-fucked moon got abandoned. Thing is, I got myself some fond memories. We had some keepsakes of ours we kept.
¿Quieres que vaya a buscar recuerdos? ¿Como qué? ¿Fotos o...?
Thereabouts.
¿Y qué pasa si ahora están vivos?
I'll be glad for it, but I ain't stupid. This planet tends to get people killed. I just want some closure.
¿No puedes ir a buscarlos tú mismo?
Getting on in years, kid. Legs ain't working like they used to. Sulfur burns a little too long in the lungs. This joint's looking like my last home.
Pues vaya. Marchando una caja fuerte.
Appreciate it, kid. I'm marking outposts on your map. You spend a lot of time out there. Might be a good place to start. Here's a key for the door.
Pues nada, adiós. Ah, estos son todos randoms. Ni no ni. Nadie me ve. Me lo llevo todo, todo. Lo importante, vamos. Barrita noqueadora. O sea, ¿esto qué es? Una chuche que te hace ¡pimba! Es que las electroganzúas son completamente necesarias, ¿eh? Esto también. Esto con forma de barra. Entiendo. Puede ser, ¿eh? Hola, buenos días. ¿Eres...? Ah, no es nadie. Tú sigue mirando ahí. Tú sigue mirando ahí. Tú sigue mirando ahí. Tú sigue mirando ahí. Buah, es que me lo llevo todo. Cartucho de identificación de su... Puedo usar esto con el sudario. Qué buena. Es que necesito encontrar de estos sudarios para infiltrarme en bastantes zonas. ¿Qué?
think you're doing? All right. Get out of here.
Y ya está. Iconoclastas. He bajado la... Hola, pues vaya. ¿Esto para qué es? Adiós. Bradford. No está un poco metido dentro de la piedra. Bueno, estará cómodo ahí, así. Tendrá su postura ahí, metida.
Ain't seen you before. You from one of the outer steads or what?
Me dije hacia el sur.
You poor some bitch. I hear tell the dust storms get even worse out there. Welcome to the heart of Iconoclast country, sister.
Graham está armando, ¿verdad?
In charge? Huh. We're Iconoclasts. Every soul a sovereign power. We do for each other on account of it needing to be done. Not because some fancy-pants manager said to. Now, you want to rephrase that question, maybe ask who's respected hereabouts, I can give you...
¿A quién debéis respuesta?
We'll make an iconoclast out of you yet. Out here, you ain't beholden to managers nor wages. The two names every iconoclast esteems would be Mr. Graham and Ms. Zora. They ain't leaders, and don't you... They're more like everyone's grandparents. They've been around, they know shit. You got a problem? Best bet...
¿Qué hace que Graham y Zora sean tan importantes?
When the monarchists wanted to settle down and play nice with the board, Graham was the one that took a stand. He's the reason we're here, breathing free air. Zora's our best sawbones. Nearly every soul here owes her their life.
¿Tantos problemas tenéis?
Welcome to Monarch. The animals think you're tasty, the fungus thinks your lungs are a great place to plant spores. That ain't enough? Look at the sky. Olympus yanks this moon about like a drunk dancer. Storms to curl your hair and quakes to rattle your brain.
Dios. Es que este planeta está súper cerca, ¿eh? Eso tiene que afectar de alguna manera. Hola, vengo a saquear. No se preocupe por mí. Siga con lo que está haciendo. Siga con lo suyo. Pues lo tuyo es bien cerrado, ¿eh? Siga con lo suyo.
What do you think you're doing? Just don't let me see you here again.
Nada, nada de nada.
What kind of idiot keeps a collection of empty shells?
I ought to mention, the iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Damned philosophists.
Captain. Captain.
Pues nada. Hemos acabado aquí, ¿verdad? Pues sí, lo dicho, vamos a reclamar el dinero. Son 9:30. Igual corto ya para cenar prontito y estar 11:30. Vamos a intentar estar 11:30 clavaos para echar el Lethal Company. Pero eso, primero voy a terminar de cobrar esto. Y luego estamos, sí, sí. Pica. Hombre, ha vuelto a casa.
Oh, Captain, you did it! My little boy is back, safe and sound. Tell the captain how grateful we are,
Porque tengo 42 años, tío.
So grateful, Captain. And don't worry, I'm never leaving Mama alone. She'll be very safe from anyone who wants to hurt her.
What a strange thing to say. Silly boy, you know it's my job to protect you, not the other way around. Well, having him home safe and sound makes me
No se sabe nada del incidente de la amenaza, ¿no?
I'll never let you out of my sight again.
Yes, Mama.
Kind stranger. This is every bit I've scrimped and scraped for years to save. But it's more than worth it to have my Tuk-Tuk home safe again.
Lo voy a hacer, sí.
What? What do you mean? My Tucker's not going anywhere. He's staying here with me.
You mean it? I can go free? And you won't hurt my mama if I do?
What is she talking about, Tucky? What's this about leaving? You're home now. You said you wanted to come back. You're safe again.
I never wanted to come back, Mama. I only said that because she threatened to hurt you if she couldn't collect the reward you were offering. Now, I'm going back to Amber Heights. I love being an iconoclast, free of this stifling town, free of you. Goodbye, Mama.
Tucker, no, please don't go.
No vuelvas a dejarme sola. Adiós, hombre. A mí ya me ha dado el dinero, que es lo que yo quería. Luego se va. Y no va a bajar reputación, así que perfecto.
I don't understand. All I wanted was to keep my baby safe.
Por dinero. Y punto. Ah, está muy bien, ¿eh? Bueno, ahora que ya tengo el dinero, te puedes ir si quieres. A ver. ¿Qué hace con esta mierda pistola, hombre? Os quiero a todos con armones, ¿eh? No con tontería de balas.
If you were in charge, would you keep the board around?
Of course. Even with all their faults, they are the best chance to maintain order in the colony.
I suppose I can appreciate the structure of things. Long as the folks at the top have got...
What do you think you're doing? Just keep your fingers to your own self, okay?
¿Puedes? Aquí no me bajan reputación por robar. Super guay. ¿Tú eres vendedora?
Little early. What can I...
¡Ojo! Justo iba a cortar.
All sales are final, unless you threaten me. I'm kidding. Don't threaten me.
Muchas gracias, Missy, por esa pedazo de raid. Y bienvenidos a todos que vengáis de su parte sentidos como en casa. Ya no puedes, no. Nada, 10 minutos 15 más estaré. Pero justo.
Misin nos ha raideado con 14 personitas.
¿Qué tal te ha ido?
Bienvenidos y sentiros como en casa.
¿Qué tal te ha ido el 7 Days, Missy? Esto vale una mierda. Bien. Ese es un buen avance. Chachi. Yo eso, iba a cortar ahora prontito en breves por eso, porque iba a cenar ahora en cuanto llegue Ask y luego al Lethal Company ahí a ver qué tal. Ah, hombre, no te preocupes, joder. Estoy un ratito más. No mucho más, pero estoy un ratito más. Martillo de pulsos. ¿Y esto? No lo había visto. Un rifle de caza. Hombre, es lo que yo quería. Bien, estamos aquí en un planeta desierto y las quests hay algunas muy curiosas, ¿eh? Mira, por ejemplo, tenemos a esta madre toda traumatizada. Bueno, ya no. Ahora está pitilleando toda dejada. Que me había mandado a ir a buscar a su hijo afuera. Y fuera, eso es un desierto con mogollón de rocas con forma de setas y así. Y hay mogollón de bichos, que si mantis, que si avispas y todo te mata, la verdad. Y este me ha dicho, por favor, mi niño se ha ido por ahí, no vuelve. Y lo he encontrado y parece ser que era un señor de 42 años que se había alistado a un clan en plan de, joder, es que estoy hasta las narices de mi madre, tal, no sé qué, no me deja hacer vida. Y le he dicho al tío, o vas a donde tu madre o le pego una paliza, porque me ha dado una recompensa, o sea, me está ofreciendo una recompensa, o le pego una paliza y me llevo la recompensa. Y el tío, oh, no serás capaz, tal, no sé qué. Vale, voy, tal, no sé qué, todo resignado. He llegado aquí y estaba aquí sentado, estaban los dos sentados. Y en plan de, bueno, ¿qué? ¿Me dan la recompensa? Y el tío todo rayado, en plan de, sí, tal, cuidaré de mi mamá, tal, no sé qué, todo rayado. Y cuando me ha dado la pasta he dicho, venga, ya te puedes ir si quieres, que solo quería la pasta. ¿En serio? ¿No le vas a hacer daño? No, te puedes ir. Y la señora, ¿pero por qué te vas, hijo mío? Porque estoy harto de ti. Ha estado muy bien. Hostia, es que hay que ser así, hay que saquear. Y he visto que puedo robar y no pasa nada. Sí, siempre que se pueda hacer algún drama familiar, lo intento. Y creo que aquí un poco más, la verdad. Ah, con esta hemos estado haciendo de Celestina, porque esta está enamorada de... A ver si lo veo desde aquí. Del Sebastián. Y en plan de, es que me da vergüenza ir a hablar con él. Puedes ir tú y decirle cositas sin que sepa que soy yo el que está interesada. Y al final pues se supone que iban a cenar. Así que a ver. Es la segunda vez que me hacen de Celestino, ¿eh? ¿Y qué hago yo con eso? Celia es la que le compraba chorraditas a este solo para verle la cara. ¿Y el señor Pickett?
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters.
I kept telling him he was a fool for chasing Man of Queen tail. Anyone looking to get familiar with the Queen is liable to become the bitch's supper.
Oh my. Well.
¿Alguna vez has visto una mantirreina?
Sure, they're real big.
¿Por qué interesan tanto las mantirreinas?
Who wouldn't be?
Eso.
Now
Son
that
duras.
sounds like a fancy way to say boring people. Huh?
¿Eh? Adiós. Y esta, por ejemplo, es nuestra nueva compañera. ¿Dónde está el otro? Este, aunque no parezca, es el cura, ¿eh? El que está al principio del juego. Pero... en cuanto pueda, lo voy a echar. Pero esta es nuestra nueva compañera. Que la he conocido en un bar toda borracha. Y parece ser que tiene bastantes historias. No me sé mucho de su historia todavía, pero que debe tener bastante dramas también la señora esa.
You don't look like Sublight. Must be freelance.
Esto ya está todo mirado, realmente. Hostia, no son... no son tantas, pero... ya me he hecho unas cuantas misioncillas, ¿eh? Hay que salir del pueblo. Así empiezan las mejores amistades de bares. Sí. Normalmente sí. Mira, ves. Estamos en un planeta que es eso, todo desértico, todo rocas. Y luego tenemos una... Eso es un planeta, ¿eh? Que está súper cerca. Y esto tiene que hacer... esto tiene que afectar de alguna manera. Está curioso el mapa. O sea, el mapa de la zona.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like...
Está guay la zona, pero es peligrosa porque está lleno de mantis gigantescas y... bueno, gigantescas, mantis grandes que te revientan, bichos que tiran veneno. Pero está guay el sitio, sí. A ver si le da a alguien al otro planeta. ¿Eso es la cumbre del diablo? Vale, es lo que tengo que hacer. Si no, y me da en la cabeza, sería mucha casualidad también, ¿eh? Eso sería muy de 1000 maneras de morir. Pues le disparo de vuelta. Le digo lo mismo. Me cago en... le disparo al cielo otra vez. Ah, no puedo entrar. Hola. No puedo entrar seguro, ¿eh? Si hago así. Joder, tienes una máquina dura, ¿eh? Pues nada. Esto está guay. ¡Ay, qué pasó! ¡Ay, qué pasó! ¡Ay, qué pasó! No puedo ir allí entonces.